There is a certain kind of loneliness that nobody talks about. Not the kind you feel in an empty apartment on a Friday night. Not the kind after a breakup, or when you move to a new city and don't know anyone yet. Those kinds of loneliness are painful, but at least they make sense. At least you can point to the reason. The loneliness we're talking about is different. It shows up in a room full of people who love you. It appears at the dinner table with your family, at a party where everyone is laughing, in a conversation with your closest friend, right in the middle of a sentence. Without warning, something inside you goes very quiet, and you feel it. A strange, hollow distance. Like you're standing just a few inches outside your own life, watching it through glass. You smile. You keep talking. Nobody notices. Most people blame themselves for this feeling. They think something is wrong with them, that they're ungrateful, that they should just try harder to connect. But the truth is, this is not a personal flaw. It's one of the most widespread psychological experiences of modern life, and almost nobody is explaining why it's actually happening. Today, we are going to do exactly that. We're going to break down the real mechanics of modern loneliness, why it's getting worse even as the world gets more connected, and what it quietly does to a person over time. The world got louder. Connection got shallower. To understand where this feeling comes from, you have to understand what genuine human connection actually requires. Psychologists who study attachment and belonging, researchers like John Cacioppo, who spent decades studying loneliness at the University of Chicago, found that the human brain does not register quantity of social contact. It registers quality. More specifically, it measures whether the people around you actually know you. Not your opinions, not your highlights, not the version of you that's acceptable in public. The real you. The unedited, uncertain, sometimes struggling version underneath. When that deeper knowing is present, the nervous system settles. The brain reads the environment as safe. You feel, without thinking about it, that you belong somewhere. When it's absent, when the contact is frequent but surface level, the brain registers something very close to threat. Because socially speaking, being surrounded by people who don't truly see you is not the same as being seen. It is, in a very real neurological sense, still being alone. And here is the cruel irony of where we are right now. We have more tools for communication than at any point in human history, and we are using almost all of them to communicate less of ourselves. The performance problem. Picture this. You are sitting with friends at dinner. Someone asks how you are doing. In that small pause before you answer, your brain quickly calculates what is safe to say. How much honesty is too much? Will this make things awkward? Is this the right moment? So you respond with, busy but good. You smile, they nod, and the conversation moves on. This happens many times a day. Each time, you present a version of yourself that is slightly filtered, slightly controlled, and slightly less real than who you actually are. Psychologists call this self-monitoring. It is normal, but in recent years, it has intensified because of social media. Life now feels like a performance where everything can be judged or shared. As a result, people have become skilled at being liked, but less practiced at being truly known. What this does to the brain. This matters beyond just feeling sad. Loneliness, real loneliness, the kind that persists even in company, has measurable biological consequences. Cacioppo's research showed that chronic loneliness activates the same neural threat detection systems as physical danger. The amygdala, your brain's alarm center, interprets social disconnection as a survival risk. This made sense for our ancestors. for whom being cut off from the tribe often meant death. But in the modern world, the alarm goes off in a crowded office, at a birthday party, during a conversation with someone you've known for 10 years. When the threat alarm is chronically active, the body pumps out cortisol, the stress hormone. Over time, this elevates inflammation, disrupts sleep, weakens immune function, and quietly reshapes how the brain interprets social situations. Lonely people, even those who desperately want connection, begin to unconsciously read neutral social signals as hostile. A slightly flat tone of voice, a response that takes a few hours. A friend who seems distracted. The brain, operating in low-grade threat mode, interprets all of it as evidence of rejection. This is the trap. Loneliness makes you more sensitive to the very signals that deepen it. You pull back slightly to protect yourself. Others feel that distance and mirror it without knowing why. And the gap grows wider, invisibly, without anyone intending it. The depth famine. There is another layer beneath all of this that almost nobody talks about. It is not just that our connections have become less authentic. It is that we have slowly, collectively, stopped practicing the skills that real depth requires. Genuine connection depends on specific abilities. The ability to sit with discomfort. The ability to hold silence without rushing to fill it. The ability to say something true before you fully understand how it will be received. The ability to be uncertain in front of another person without immediately protecting yourself. These are not instincts, they are skills. And like any skill, they weaken when they are not used. Now think about a typical day. The phone is the first thing we reach for. Every quiet moment is filled with scrolling, watching, or reacting. The space where reflection once lived has almost disappeared. And when that space is gone, even our own emotions start to feel harder to access. The hidden cost. Here is what prolonged surface-level living does to a person over time. They become more competent and less present, better at managing impressions, worse at dropping them. They can carry a room, read every dynamic, say exactly the right thing, and go home feeling completely hollow. They get very good at connection as a performance and lose access to connection as an experience. And the loneliness doesn't announce itself loudly. It settles in slowly, like a room gradually losing warmth. You just notice, at some point, that things feel a little flatter than they used to. That enthusiasm is something you manufacture now, instead of feel. That you've started to wonder whether anyone really knows you, or whether what people like is simply the version of you that makes things easy. That wondering is not dramatic. It doesn't feel like crisis. It feels like being slightly tired all the time, in a way that sleep doesn't fix. The way back is narrower than you think. The solution to this isn't to delete your phone or have a single breakthrough conversation that fixes everything. The way back is quieter and more demanding than that. It starts with 3 uncomfortable shifts. First, you have to let yourself be seen before you know it's safe. This is the hardest one. Because the instinct is to wait, to find the right person, the right moment, the right level of trust. But depth doesn't precede vulnerability. It is built by it. The only way to know whether someone can hold the real version of you is to offer it, slowly and honestly, and see what they do. Second, you have to stop filling every silence. The discomfort you feel in stillness, with yourself and with others, is not a problem to be solved. It is the exact feeling that precedes genuine presence. Most meaningful conversations happen in the pause after the easy words run out. Let the pause exist. Third, you have to get curious about your own interior life again. Not in a self-absorbed way, but in the way a good friend would be curious about you. Ask yourself the questions you'd want someone else to ask. Sit with the answers instead of immediately converting them into content, captions, or conclusions. Depth in relationships requires depth in yourself first. When you begin doing this, slowly, imperfectly, without any guarantee of how it will land, something starts to shift. The glass begins to thin. Not because the world becomes less complicated or the people around you suddenly become more emotionally available. The shift is internal. You begin to take up space in your own life again. And from that place, you become capable of offering something real to the people around you. Not a performance, not a curated version, just presence. Honest, imperfect, human presence. It turns out that is all anyone was ever waiting for. Not your highlights, not your best self, just you, actually there, actually in the room. If this described something you've been feeling but couldn't name, leave a comment with the moment this hits hardest for you. Is it with family? With friends? Even when you're alone in a crowd? You're not the only one sitting with this, and sharing it might be the most connected thing you do today.